A lot of new revelations unfold this season, one of them being in the first episode. Obviously, I come to this big conclusion that I need to be honest with myself and honest with my friends and those who love me, that I am worried about the age difference. I think I reached this breaking point, or like point of self revelation, where like I realize how much self work I need to do. And I do struggle with anxiety and depression.
Season 4 of Siesta Key is basically here. How would each of you guys describe this season as a whole?
This season was a long one.
Yes, I think there was a lot of growth.
A lot of vulnerability.
Yes.
But I think in order to get to that place, I think we had to like hit rock bottom.
Yeah, I think we hung on a rock bottom for a minute.
Yeah.
I learned a lot this season. And
Yeah.
so like I'm glad everything happened the way it did, because it's gotten me to where I am right now, and I realized a lot.
I want to talk to each of you about your storylines, but Kelsey, we'll start with you. At the end of season 3, we saw things turn pretty sour between you and Juliette over the rivalry bikini lines mostly. What is going on with the friendship today?
I think with like the end of last season, and like I'd gone and met up with Sam, like obviously I totally regret like all of that, and I've apologized time and time again. Since then, like I don't think she was able to forgive me, and throughout the season you kind of see just like a lot of animosity and just like goes more and more downhill. But when it comes to the swimmer, like that's not anything I'm concerned about. I don't think it's a competition. I think we live in Florida. There's plenty of room for 1, 2, 10 swimmer lines, 100 swimmer lines. Like I don't care. Like it's completely fine. We have different visions, and she's done amazing. Like her swimmer line looks amazing. I'm really proud of her from a business standpoint, and so that's good. But then there's just other things that happen throughout the season that you guys will see unravel. And so now we're to the point where we're just doing our own things.
Kelsey, I feel like your mindset about the entire thing is actually very healthy and mature. I think you have a new man named Max.
Yes.
Who is Max? Can we get some details?
Max is awesome. I definitely think like going into this season, I was super nervous bringing him into this group, because obviously like we're a lot.
And being on a reality show.
Yeah, but I think overall he did a good job. I'm proud of him, but you guys will see that transition, and I'm just excited for everyone to get to know him, and cannot be happier with him.
How serious are things between you guys?
I would say pretty serious. I don't want to like give anything away, but
Are you engaged also?
no.
Okay.
But I think he's definitely like taken a lot of sacrifices for me this past year and throughout the season that I appreciate. So I plan on doing the same for him in the future, and so we'll just see where it goes.
Is it all smooth sailing for you guys, or are there rocky roads during the season?
I mean, absolutely. Like we're like any relationship, but I think more so in this season, you'll see me struggle with myself and then other friends. And so I think like he was never brought around this group before. And so he's only dealt with like me, and I'm not like drama when it comes to like just him and I. And so for him, for the first time to like see me involved in drama, then he's like, what is going on? And so I think that was really hard for him to have to deal with, and like see me going through these things and not really be able to like do anything. And like I had to go through that for myself.
All right, Madisson, lots of questions for you. You've always been very open about your relationship with Ish. You are engaged now. Talk to me about wedding planning. Is there a date set? Do you have a dress? What's going on?
Well, I don't want to give away too much, but we're not married yet. You won't see a wedding this season. Okay. And part of it is just, it was really overwhelming for me to plan a wedding during a global pandemic. My parents are older, his parents are older. We didn't really want to put them in a situation where they're around a ton of people. But also, I came to this realization, that I have to do a lot of self-discovery, and I have to, face a lot of things before I can get to that point.
I feel like I have to put on this front, like, oh, I don't care about the age. I do.
A lot of new revelations unfold this season, one of them being in the first episode. Obviously, I come to this this big conclusion that I need to be honest with myself and honest with my friends and those who love me, like that I am worried about the age difference. And for so long, I think because I had like the world against me, like even my close friends, I found out were talking smack about the age difference. And I thought, I have no one, I have no support system. So I had to overcompensate and be like, oh, the age difference doesn't matter at all to me. And in fact, like I do think about it, and it is something that scares me, but that doesn't mean, that we're not meant to be. It just means it's one of our hurdles. Every relationship has them. And it's one of the things, we have to face. And so I faced that.
Did it feel nice to sort of get those feelings, I guess, off of your chest? And were you able to share those concerns with Ish?
Yes, we have had these discussions, and it was nice to finally be able to open up about that and finally say it out loud, because I don't think I even admitted it to myself. And so, yeah, it was very therapeutic.
You said it doesn't mean that you're not each other's person. Do you think you will walk down the aisle?
I know I will walk down that aisle. There's no doubt in my mind that we will have that big moment, whatever it looks like. It might not be what I had imagined when I was a kid of my dream wedding. It might look a little different, and that's okay. And I've changed because of this year, I've kind of changed my idea of what my future wedding will look like.
I got goosebumps.
But absolutely, there will be a wedding day.
We've also seen you talk about your desire to be a mom a lot on the show. Are you guys actively trying I know, just a little bit. Are you guys actively trying right now, or do you want to have the wedding first? I mean, I guess.
I don't want to say too much, but
right now. Okay.
But it's an ongoing conversation for sure, and it's something that will be in our future. I don't know what that looks like again, but we're going to figure that out, and we will have kids one day. I know a wedding can happen at any point. We're going to be together forever. And, a family kind of seems like the priority. So we'll see, but nothing's in stone as of now. I think had COVID not happened, we would be married by now. So I think there's like a lot of elements to coming to this conclusion. And yeah.
For each of you guys, is there anything that you are nervous to have to relive as you watch back this season? The island. Okay, what happens on the island? Because Brandon and Juliette also shared some concerns about the island.
I think everyone really struggled, like as a whole, especially me. I think in all 4 seasons, I've never hit more of like a hard point, I think, than in this season while on the island, personally.
It gets pretty volatile.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
What will be the most emotional moment for each of you guys this season?
For me, I think I reached this breaking point, or like point of self-revelation, where like I realize how much self-work I need to do. And I do struggle with anxiety and depression, and I have my whole life. And I think this year especially hit really hard. And so it was a big journey of mental health for me. And that was hard to open up about on camera. So yeah, that's a big one.
I was going to say, I don't feel like we've ever actually seen you talk about that before. Yeah. So why was now the time, and how are you doing now?
I think I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm going to therapy and all the wonderful things that I can do for myself and self-love. But I think there was a point where I was like, I can no longer avoid this. I have to face this, and or it's going to be like dangerous. So that was tough, but I did it, and I'm really proud of myself. And like, I'm nervous to watch it back, but I'm also excited to see myself like get through that. And also like other people, I know it's so relatable, and I know so many people are like, there's such a stigma against it. And it's like, it's very hard for people to open up and talk about it.
Was there a moment of self-realization where you felt like, I need to get some help?
Yeah, I think there were a few. I'm very lucky to have Kelsey and Ish and a good support system on like in my life and on the show, who are there around me during filming and during not filming, you know, on and off camera. So yeah, I feel very lucky to have a support system, because I don't know if I could have done it without you guys, but I really don't.
Well, made me cry.
Like you said, social media is a big part of it. And I talk about that a lot on the show, and just like, especially like, it's so hard. You're not meant to have 500,000 eyes on you and talking, giving their opinion.
Yeah.
And so it's very hard for me. I've always wanted to like please everyone, and I've come to the realization you can't do that.
People are like, you signed up for this. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone signs up for that.